Hi, this is Freya from Otherworldly, and I am going to be unboxing the second treasure chest, the November 2016 treasure chest. Before I get into that, however, a couple of little caveats. The first being that I'll have to be doing this alone today. I had my partner Ran with me last time, and there are, I think, a couple of items that were noted as being both male and female, but you'll just get to see the female versions today because he's busy working and picking up the slack from me because I've been sick since we got back home from Barcelona last week. Apparently I brought the Spanish flu back with me home, and as you can probably hear, it's not quite gone yet, but hopefully it won't be too distracting while I do this unboxing to have me be a bit sniffly and so on. Also, before I get started, I thought I'd just give a quick rundown of what I am wearing before I start putting the treasure chest items on. I've got the Aries Hair from Wasabi Pills for the Crossroads for this month, and the top and little skirt are from the Muses for We Love Roleplay, and they're called Huntress. And then I've got these stitched leggings from Lassitude and Ennui. They are applier leggings, and they are super handy for wearing with these sort of things. And I'd love to have all sorts of varieties of those kind of leggings because that's really handy to pull out and pair with a top and some. With roleplay items, you often get, you know, these little bra tops or this little skirt and thing like that, and if you want to be a little bit more covered, especially when you're doing a video like this and you don't want to accidentally flash anyone when you're changing things, then they're excellent to have. So I hope that I'll see more of those because applier clothing still definitely has a place, even with mesh being so great. That's about it, and we are today outdoors on or downstairs on the sim, so to speak, and I've been doing some I'm in the process of doing some remodeling here, so it's a bit of uneven ground here, and you've got my little castle from Fanatic in the background. But that's it for the intro, and with that I am going to start off by taking a look at the HUD for this month's treasure chest. And as usual, I have cheeses and made a folder already, but I'm going to show you, in case you haven't tried one of these mystery subscription boxes before, I'll give you the basics. This one uses a HUD system, so you attach the HUD. It comes in, when you subscribe, you do it by joining the Treasure Chest in-world group, and then it's sent out via notice. And then you get this HUD from the notice, and you have pictures of the items that the participating designers have made. There's 14 designers for this round, and you can either click in the middle to get all the loot, or you can click on the individual boxes and do them one by one like that. And for this we have the forge up in the corner there, and then here, and we have stitched, culprit, Eudora 3D, Rowan Wood, decoy, fallen gods, looks like more skins from fallen gods, unrepentant, and I think that is Susu Iron, and Anachron, chimeric, shy, doesn't have a preview image, fetch, and I think that was supposed to be Adonis. So those are the designers we have, and then we'll dive right into unboxing the things and see what we've got. Let's see here. So I've got my little treasure chest November 2016 folder, and I've got my various packages from the different designers, and I think we're gonna start with the masks from Chimeric. So we got a little box, get those unpacked, tidy up, and here we have a selection of masks. We have a bird beak, a bird domino, heavy hood, and swirling eye. Let's start with the beak. And we'll zoom in a little bit. And here we have a nice big bird beak, and I'm guessing that it is supposed to go together actually with the domino. Indeed. There we go. We have a nice full-on bird mask. As you see, it's available in gold and silver, and obviously you could wear it just like that as well, although then I will be needing to adjust it a little bit because I've got a big nose. So there we go. And obviously it might not work perfectly with all hairs either. Oops. There we go. Let me see how that looks. Excellent. Very nice. Now take a look at how the silver one looks as well. It's impossible, I find, to edit and try and pull it forward when you're already in that position. There you go. So there we have the silver version. Kind of looks a bit like bird feathers, I think, the texture, and that's really nice. Next up, I think we will give a try to the swirling eye mask, because the hood sounds like something I might have to take off my hair for. Oh, I see. I thought it was actually going to be like a swirling eye or something in front of your eyes, but it's a bit more of a curlicue design just around the eye. That's very pretty as well. And again, you have it in gold and silver, so you can match it with you know, jewelry or what have you. And then let's see, we are gonna have the hood on, and I suspect this might not work so well with hair on. No, not this hair anyway. So I think I will take that off and see what it looks like. So this is a medieval style hood. You got a bit of a texture on the fabric, I see, and you got one of those, you know, hanging down in the back. I think it's called like a lyre pipe or something. I'm not strictly sure. And then you have a contrasting fabric on the inside. Obviously it might be a little tricky to find a hair. I've just got a hair base here. It does look like something is missing with that. But maybe you can find a smaller, more close-fitted hair that would actually work with it. So that's a nice selection of masks. Nice versatility on those, and you could fit them into a different sort of quite a range of roleplay looks. They aren't very specific to. I mean, the hood is more of a straight up medieval garb, whereas the others could be, you know, Venetian outfit or just any, you know, masquerade context. So that's turmeric, and since I've got my hair off, I think that shy rabbit heads sounds like. Now we didn't see the shy item, so we'll see what this is. If it's yes, it is indeed something worn on your head. So you have rabbit head with blue eyes, rabbit head with red eyes, with and without a flower hat. So I'll go ahead and, oh, it's kind of large. That's a bit creepy, actually. I have to say. That looks like a very grumpy rabbit, and it's enormous. It's really well done. I'm not strictly sure, to be honest, when I would be wearing a gigantic rabbit head on my head, unless it was to scare someone, because that looks like one pissed off rabbit. I guess I should be showing you the version with flower hat as well. Let's do it with the red eyes then. That's gonna be even scarier. Yeah, I'm not sure the hat makes the rabbit look much happier, to be honest. Ooh, and the red eyes are definitely, that's a killer rabbit, I think. Well, that's a bit of a peculiar item, to be perfectly honest, but for dressing up and for being the playing the murderous rabbit or something, that should work just fine. God, it is enormous though, and you don't have to put an alpha on your head or anything, because that huge rabbit head swallows everything. So that is Shy's item for the treasure chest. Let's see what else we've got. I think we will grab a hair next up, since I haven't actually got one at the moment. And let's see what we've got. I think the Adonis was a hair, integrity pack. That does sound like it would be a hair, and it's called Aries. I'm wondering if that is a unisex, or we shall see what we've got. So we have a range of colors. We don't have them in HUD, we have them as individual items. I think I will try the copper, since I am wearing a bit of a copper hair color or base, and that does seem to fit fairly well. I can see that it is a little bit small for me, so I will drag it up a bit. Maybe move it a little further back, a little further down, stretch a little bit more. There, I think that's pretty good. Let me see how it looks from the other angles. It looks pretty good. So we've got this kind of mohawk style with sort of like a big braid on top, and these smaller braids on the side, and these little gemstones holding the braids. As many SL hairstyles, I don't know how feasible they would be to accomplish without, you know, extensions and all sorts of add-ons, but it's kind of cool that you can play around like that. And I see that we have an accessories HUD, so that would allow you to change the metal and the gemstone for these little things here. So I think we've got on silver now, maybe, and then could make these red or black. Go with black since that fits the rest of the outfit. There we have the Aries hair from Adonis, or Adonis, I'm not strictly sure. I keep ending up like this every time, wondering how exactly I am supposed to pronounce various brand names, because you just see them in writing every day, or when you come across them. Alright, so that's 3 of them, and next I think we'll try Culprit, because the Moonicorn sounds interesting to me. Moonicorn and Super Moon. Okay, that's timely and topical, since we had that super moon thing the other day. Zoom out a little bit and give myself some room to rest things, I'm guessing. And super moon with poses, it says. Alright, well, looks like I need to do some turning around of things first, so I'm gonna do that. And we have a unicorn rocking horse with a lovely sparkly texture, very pretty. And we have this beautiful golden moon, and it said it had some poses, so let's jump on it and try. Oh, slide it up a little bit, because, well, the moon should probably be in the sky, right? Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. That's an excellent pose prop, I think. A little selection of poses, not too many, but you know, just enough to have some fun options with the moonlight. That's an ugly one. That's a fun one, yeah, definitely. That's a really nice one. And I'm going to guess, since Culprit does a lot of these rideable animals and rides, that this one, yes, you can ride this one as well. Even if it is a little small. I don't have a gigantic avatar, but so this is the board animation, apparently. I'm just galloping along on my little moonicorn, and then I can go riding it like this as well. Well, I would have liked to have one of these when I was a kid, I think. I'm not sure how much photography or anything I would do with it, with the, you know, an adult avatar, and I don't have any child avatars, but as a prop or something to have around, I do think it's quite lovely. The texturing is really pretty. As usual, when I use the pose, I end up being all noobish, so I turn my little animation on while I'm standing around here. But I love the texture on these two items, I have to say. That's really pretty. And the supermoon definitely something that I can see quite a lot of use for poses. So there we go, that's Culprit. And next up, this hair is perfect for earrings, and Fetch has earrings. Okay. We have, let me see, take a little look at them. Beautiful, kind of butterfly earrings. I have this one as well. Well, to go in quite close here to give you a good look at these. Let me see here. Move my inventory out of the way. Very nice. Very pretty. Let's see, are there any options to these? Resizing. And then we have the broken sign. Well, I don't know if that's something to be rest or worn, to be honest. Probably managed to rest out all the... Okay, I think it's actually supposed to be worn. So you have your blinking little sign. Let me try that instead. Let's see if I am right about that. No, okay. So it's a wall accessory. You just should be resting it out the right way and getting it up on the wall, facing outwards instead of being all confused and turning it upside down. But that's the sort of fun things that keep happening in Second Life. So that's 5 down and 9 to go. After a pair of earrings, why not go to a necklace? We have Eudora 3D, the Lost in Time Steam necklace. And I've had a couple of things from Eudora 3D in the past. I really like the quality of them and the detailing. And we have the necklace in aged gold rusty steel and worn copper, and I love copper, so let's try the copper. And there we go. Let's pull this down a little bit, forward a bit maybe. Make sure it fits outside of my top, and I'll go in. And we have a collection of watches, very steampunk, all with sort of copper detailing, and they're quite aged and worn, and the same with the wires. I need to actually pull it further back again, and maybe a bit up like that. Fitting necklaces can be such a pain sometimes. And obviously designers really can't make them so that they work with all shapes and sizes, and fitted ones start doing funky bendy things that metals don't do. So it works for some necklaces, but it doesn't work for all of them. But here you have a nice close-up of the worn copper version of the Lost in Time necklace, and that's a really nifty design, I think. And the last box obviously had a lot of steampunk items, as I recall, so that might be something to combine with some piece from there. Yeah, that's but I like that one. I think I'm gonna take a look at the steel version as well. Give you a look at that too. So there you have your grey version, but still with a bit of the yellowing and the tinting and the aging going on the clock faces here in particular. But I think that the copper is the one that I will keep on for now. And we'll see. I did notice that the Forge had this Ace steamer hat. Let me see. Oh, and that seems to be something for wearing straight out of the box instead of wearing out. And not without hair, perhaps. So we'll have to go without a hair for now. So it's a bit of a large hat, but it's kind of cool and definitely has a steampunk feel to it with these goggles here. You see they're cracked and rusted, and you got these tarnished playing cards tucked behind the brim, and there's a patch on the... So there you have a combination that could go together with the hat and the necklace. For a bit of steampunk flavor. Let's see, maybe we should try another hair, the Christ hair from Decoy. So I'm gonna take off the steampunk hat, and that one already unpacked itself. We'll see what we've got. Okay, and here we have a dye HUD. Mega pack with color trends. Alright. The Christ hair. So we're starting off bright blue, and that's not really my thing, so we'll see what we've got. We are gonna go for the reds. What a surprise, but that does tend to be one of my main choices. I do wear like every color in SL, but if I had to absolutely pick one, it would probably be red. So we've picked a nice coppery red, and what we have here is a longer style. You've got these little braids running down the side. You've got a top knot as well. So it's kind of a bit of a slight punk feel to it. Would work just as well as a modern hairstyle as something more of a maybe post-apocalyptic or a little more kind of grungier sort of roleplay setting. Not exactly what I would pull out for you know, a medieval lady or an elf. But with these steampunk pieces, yeah, I can see that. So that one can stay on while I browse around and see what we have missed. We have, well, we have the Anachron. That one I want to take a look at. The Thatched Cottage for treasure chest. Okay. Let's see if that one is resting itself out immediately or... No, okay. It's in a box. That's good. And we have a thatch and cob cottage. So this will probably land on top of me, or might not necessarily fit entirely on the ground here, but more or less. A classic farm cottage, medieval or later, you know, it's Viking. In this case, the door has been slightly overgrown, but I will take you on a little bit of a cammed tour of the house if I can manage to do so. Get that inventory out of the way as well. So you've got a high roof, 2 rooms in here, the beams, and are these open? Oh yes, they do. And the little struts and everything to keep the window open. Very nice. Obviously, no glass windows. Quite appropriate. So there is a very cozy countryside cottage, and you've got your thatched roof, and I guess sort of clay covered walls. Very nice. Might even fit up here. I haven't quite decided what this is gonna be before I'm done or not, but who knows, might end up with another cottage somewhere. Let me see. I'll probably take it away for now though, because I don't know what else is gonna end up being rezzed out. In fact, I think we will continue with the Daydream Nautical Bed from Susu Ain. Touch to unpack. There we go. We have a PG Daydream Nautical Bed. And it's... Ah, well, that explains the nautical part. It is a boat. Or it's shaped like a boat. So I guess we will have a little lay down on it. And we've got sits, lays, and cuddles. So it is a... They can do more than one person, but no naughtiness. Just give a couple of post options. Feels like it might be a little bit large, although not too bad. You know, Essel furniture and so on, there's always fairly large for me, but no, it's not too bad, not when I lift myself up properly. And it comes with a HUD, so I guess we have some texture options. See, there we got it. Rest. Okay, you're supposed to click on the other side before using the HUD. Okay, alright, so now it's listening, so we can make the boat black, and we can give that a black color as well, and maybe a... There we go. So, a bit of a darker set like that. Oh, I see, we've actually got 2 wood color options too, so right now we've got Let me see. Oh, they are recoloring. There we go. Oh, now I switched it to the brown and an accent of another brown, but that's nice as well. So there you have your nautical daydream bed. What we have left now, well, we have Unrepentant and Stitched and Rowanwood and Fallen Gods. So I think we will go ahead with Unrepentant from the Ashes. Okay, it kindly took care of everything itself. And let me see the vendor picture here to see what I'm gonna be attaching or resing. Something has decided to be a bit slow. Okay, we have shoulder armor. Let's see how well this works with what I am wearing. I think the necklace might have to go just for clarity. Maybe I'll ditch the hair as well, just to be able to show things more easily. Okay, so this obviously is a little sensitive to poses. I'm thinking that maybe I'll be better off doing a T-pose to show it better to you. Yes, there we go. I'll actually ditch the earrings as well so that they're not interfering. And I'll need to do a little bit of tweaking on the arms. But that, I think, is pretty good. So we have these pauldrons with a lovely design on. There's floral design. I don't know if we have, is that a bird or something we've got there? I think so. Very nice at least. Love detailing, and we have a hood with this, so we'll see what sort of options we have for colors here, and do want to see how these patterns come out in different ways. And we'll change both of them at the same time, I think. So let's go to a light leather to start with. Okay. And then let's try this kind of goldy metal. Oh, I see. You actually have to click these to be able to change them. That makes sense. I actually haven't had a HUD like that before, where you click the areas that you want to change on the HUD. But that's pretty nifty. So you just click your way through and mark the ones that you want to change, and here you've got this in this lovely copper instead. I think that probably would go better with a darker leather actually. There we go. Very nice, I think. Oh, maybe that should be contrasted against that. Leather might be a touch shiny. Obviously that could be my settings for shininess and such as well. The material, I think the materials look great on the metal. It just looks a little bit high shine, and I think this is supposed to be more of a black, and it's coming out a little bit brown. But it can be very difficult to get that just right across different sorry, that's my cold showing up again. Again, in different sort of lighting conditions, it can still be quite tricky to work out the materials. But do like these actually. They're not as fantasy as some of these shoulder plates tend to be. They tend to be huge and spiky. These are a bit more subtle, a bit more actually wearable, or I think you could probably wear these pieces or something as a bit of a fashion piece with something. I do love the detailing on it. So let's strip that off and see what else we've got left. That was Unrepentant from the Ashes. And where's my chest? There's my treasure chest. Get my pose back on again. And we have left, yes, stitched native poncho and fur. And this is one that is noted as being male and female. But of course I don't have my partner today, so you will just see the female version. And I think it will take off the top underneath it. And that shows you that I need to invest my arms a bit as well. Let's get rid of those. Let's again take a bit of a pose so that you can see this better. That's a bit much, like that, I think. So that is a beautifully draped poncho. Has some issues with the skirt as well, so I'll touch that one too. See, this is where the plier leggings are beautifully come in handy. Excellent for wearing with a mesh item like this, no problem fitting it over. And you also have a fur add-on that you can wear, which takes it more from sort of a general fashion item to maybe a bit more role play, really. Without the fur, you could definitely have it with a pair of pants and just call it, you know, regular fashion poncho. And the HUD allows you to pick textures, so I'll try a red. And it also allows you, let me see, you can tint, so you can get variations on the colors. That was a bit excessive, but I can tint it to a very nice dark red. And I can take off the fringe. I can also save presets. Like here you've got tints in various hues saved, so I can easily go from lighter to darker. That's actually a really handy thing to have, a nice and easy way of tinting. Obviously, if they're mod, you can do it that way as well, but the interface doesn't hurt to have like that. And then you can adjust the fur as well, and you can turn the fuzz on and off. Let me see what difference that makes. Is it? I see. It's a little hard to tell. Maybe if I zoom in more closely, we can see if that really makes a difference. Very little. It makes it a little sharper when you take it off. And again, here you can darken it. And pick between these various base furs and add color. Let's see if you can make it a bit more red like that. Not really sure that is convincing, but I really like the poncho. Not so sure about the fur, to be perfectly honest, but the poncho I definitely like. And it's nicely fitted. You always get a little bit of shoulder problems. You pretty much always have to invest something out there for shoulders and arms. That's fairly unavoidable. And I would guess that the male one has the same options and you know, a similar look. So at least you know that if you have a male avatar, that one's wearable. Some of the hairs, I would say that the Adonis you could probably get away with as well. The necklace maybe, the hat, the rabbit head, definitely very gender neutral in its scariness. So that leaves us with me getting out of this pose for one thing. I'm just leaving the poncho on for now. We have done everything except the rowan wood and fallen gods items. So let's take a look at rowan wood before I tackle the skin as the finale. The Watchtower set. Ah, okay. It's a bit of a post-apocalyptic hangout, I guess. Which has poses and stuff. So we are going to get the whole set, I think. The Watchtower. And I'll put it over here. And oh boy, it's kind of large. And the other ones that had an unscripted ladder, so this one has it scripted. Boy, I am good at climbing ladders. You will not see me doing that in real life, I can tell you that much. I'm terrified of ladders. Oops. There we go again with me having the slow on the zoom, and then I go zooming around like crazy. But there we go, we have a watchtower. Quite tall, quite imposing for looking out over my sim. Oh look, and there's the wall. Yes, I have a wall. A nice wall. And here we have a little fire, and I think these were the cinder blocks that had some poses. So it has male and female poses. 4 of each, just sitting by your little burning barrel, and at the moment sinking through something ferociously because I had to mess with my hover height. There we go. That's a bit better. Well, minus my feet sticking through and everything, but I always have to do quite a lot of adjusting on poses, so I won't be putting you through all of that fiddly work, but this is a cool set. And I mean, it's not too post-apocalyptic either, frankly. You could have it as like an abandoned hunting tower out in the woods where you decided to set up camp or something, and it does give a lovely vantage point, and I think a great spot for taking photos from. Alright, so a bit of quick fiddling to make sure that I am ready for trying on a skin without getting too naked on the stream. Let me see, I'll get the last item, which is Fallen Gods. And oh, it has unpacked itself. Alrighty, up we go, and we have the Eden mutation and Seth mutation skins. I'll open up both the male and the female and give you a sense of what the male would have looked like. And we have what looks like I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a tree, sort of plant matter growing a bit over your body. I think that might be it. That looks cool. So we will open up the female package, Eden. And get my notices out of the way. Okay, we have Eden mutation. Oh, that's the ad, AD one. Clicking the wrong thing. There we go. And I'm probably gonna want to switch shape as well, because the shape is a little finicky and doesn't always work with just any skin. It's a little too extreme in some ways. So let's get the slink. Body, and now, right, and I also have a tint on my body right now, so I need to remove that to get it all to the same. And for shape, I think I'm going to, I have tons of them, an absolute ton. I think I may have some fallen god shapes though, don't I? Yes, I do. Let's try the last iteration of it. There we go. Much better for that skin. So let's have a closer look. What we have is, yeah, some kind of leafy pattern, I think, that is taking over your body. Like so. Or maybe some sort of strange infection. I'd like to think that I'm turning into a tree or something. That seems cool. It also comes with the pliers for fingernails and toenails, and for the sole uni ear, so you've got your omega and your slink covered. I think I will just res out the male one as well and let you know what the pliers are. Here you've got your lotus pliers for your appendages. You've got omega and you've got slink and sole, so about the same coverage there. I don't know which male bodies it is that will be covered by that, but I think omega takes you pretty far. It's probably just the mesh project that it won't work with then. And it has the eyebrow color isn't quite right here. Obviously I've got my red hair on still, and it is a single brow color on the skin. But there you go. We have gone through, I think, all of the treasure chests. Let me do a quick count and make sure that we've covered everything. Our fallen gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, am I right? We've done culprit and fetch and anachron, Susan, decoy, Eudora. Well, as far as I can see, that should be it for the November 2016 treasure chest. This one had less of a theme, if you will. The other one seemed to have an unwitting theme of steampunk. Here we had a bit of this and that. Again, less clothing than I perhaps would have expected. Not necessarily a bad thing, because there's a lot of clothing to be had for various roleplay scenarios, but something to keep in mind, certainly, depending on, you know, why. I mean, obviously it means that it'll fit both male and female avatars more easily, like the rowan wood and the anachron pieces are perfectly unisex in that way. The accessories can be with a bit of a stretch. But it's a nice mix, I think, and they have some really interesting designers. So I'll continue to be very interested in how it develops, whether they decide that perhaps there should be a theme, for example. I know that some of the other subscription boxes do that. On the other hand, we have a lot of themed roleplay and fantasy events, so maybe that's a bit worn out, and it's better for people to be able to have a bit more freedom in what they make, just like if they would do a main store release. But there you have it. So there will be a post, of course, accompanying this with links, details, and anything else that you might need. And until the next time I do that, I hope to be less sick. So I'll sound a bit less annoying, I hope.